I'm always giving tips to my students about how to learn a language in the best and most fun possible way. Can I use my own tips in order to learn another language? I want to find out. I've challenged myself to see how much I can improve my Japanese using my own tips in just 1 week. Why Japanese? Here's a little backstory. When I started teaching, about 10 years ago-ish, I went to Japan. I was there for a year, teaching English and sometimes studying Japanese. And I was even on a Japanese game show. I know. But any Japanese viewers will see my Japanese was rubbish in this. Anyway, by the end of the year, my Japanese wasn't perfect, but I could have good conversations about a few different things. And I really miss being able to do that. In order to do this challenge, I'm using my own tips that I tell to my students. But also I asked italki if they could perhaps help me make this video. And they very kindly put me in touch with a native Japanese teacher, given me some lessons to work with this week. That should help with my studies. So a big thank you to italki for helping me make this video. Okay, one very important tip. Before starting to learn a language, know what your goals are. For instance, my goals in learning Japanese in this 1 week, there was one show I used to watch in Japan. It was called The World of Golden Eggs. It's an animated show and it's so damn funny. I miss watching it, I miss being able to understand it. So by the end of this week, I want to be able to watch an episode of that. I'm realistic. I won't understand every word, but if I understand most of it, then I'll be happy. Okay, like any scientific test, we need a baseline reading. What is my Japanese level right now? I invited my friend Harumi over for a quick conversation so she can test what my base level of Japanese is. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. お名前は何ですか？
名前は my name?
はい。
私の名前はアリです。
はい。
Okay.
誕生日はいつですか？
Nothing.
Birthday.
Oh! Oh! What? No.
Is it too difficult?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So it seems my level is quite basic, quite beginner. I clearly can't have a conversation yet. But you know what? My first lesson's tomorrow, and I'm excited. Today's my first Japanese lesson, but I don't really know what to expect. I've been teaching English in person, online for years, but I've never had an online lesson where I'm the student. This is gonna be weird. So again, italki very kindly put me in touch with a native Japanese teacher. Her name is Kanako. She's a native Japanese teacher, that's great. Oh, okay, she specializes in teaching beginners. That's perfect for me. That's awesome. Also, in addition to helping me make this video and putting me in touch with my new native Japanese teacher, they're also helping you by giving you a discount code. So if you want to try an online teacher, the code in the description gives you $10 off of English lessons. Do I actually believe that you should sign up? Yes! Who doesn't want a free language lesson? The code's in the description. Okay, my lesson starts in an hour. I'm going to try to watch an episode of Golden Eggs to see if I can understand anything. It should be fun.
すげえ肩がすげえやそうやろなんでブラシャーつけてんのこれブラじゃなくて大胸筋矯正サポーターだよ
もしもーし。
Hi. Oh, no. Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
So that was Kanako. She's a native Japanese speaker and she's super, super cool. The rest of that lesson was full of me saying, what's this? How do I say this? Like an idiot. There. But she was super friendly and patient with me. That's good. I like that. If you're trying to learn a language, you should follow YouTubers who speak that language. Not necessarily language teachers, although that's good, but just people that you find interesting. Basically, if you like that YouTuber, you like how they speak, you can try to copy how they speak. And that really helps you sound more natural. So I just Googled who are the most popular Japanese YouTubers for both education to learn Japanese and also just for fun. Japanagos? I don't know how to say it, but let's have a look. Oh, cool. Okay, so she's got vocabulary lessons and everything. Such a hassle. Yes, please.
Hey guys, it's Cheek.
Always remember to have a notepad handy, which I don't have. And so any new vocabulary, anything interesting that comes up, I'm going to make a note of it and then practice it.
We use めんどくさい to mean that we're too lazy to do it, or it's just too much of a hassle.
I know your
Can't be
pain.
bothered with it type of. Or if you don't want to go to the gym, you can say ジムに行くのめんどくさい.
ジムに行くのめんどくさい. Yes, this. Okay, I've also been recommended a guy called Hajime. This looks amazing.
こんにちは、はじめ社長と正木取締役と皆さんどうも、北でございます。はい。でください。来ました。今回は北さんに正木を乗ってというわけで、これからターゲットが来るんですけども、ちょっと怖い雰囲気で部屋を暗くしといて、何気なく正木。
Hajime, you have a new subscriber. Obviously, the best way to learn a language is through immersion, right? To be in that country or that place where that language is spoken by everyone. So you can be completely immersed in that language. I don't have that option. I don't have time or money to just go to Japan. So the next best thing is to just surround myself with as much Japanese as possible. So that's why the radio is playing right now. The radio should just be in the background of your day. Now, a good way to learn vocabulary is to, yeah, of course, make a sentence with it. But you need to make sure that that sentence is memorable, not something boring. So funny, silly, crazy, something like that. Okay, so I have just watched Chica on YouTube and she seems like an awesome teacher. I've just learned a really cool phrase which is like, it's such a hassle, or I can't be bothered. I use that expression all the time. So maybe this is my favorite expression now. So I'm going to use the example that he can't be bothered to clean. Clean, I remember this one. Soji suru. Okay, soji suru. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to learn. Mendokusai. So if this is correct, it should say I can't be bothered to clean. I can relate to this guy. I'm not sure if it's completely correct, but that's what I'm trying to remember, so I've used it in an example which is easy to remember. Something funny, silly, a little bit different. I know I've only had one lesson, but I feel like the words are coming to me more easily. My synapses are firing. Everything seems to be a bit better than yesterday. I'm pretty confident about today's lesson. Pretty confident. Konbanwa, Kanako-san. It's crazy that only after one lesson, how much you can improve. Usually I prefer to learn a language just by myself or with friends in a casual setting, but that really helped having an experienced native Japanese teacher to identify my weaknesses, understand which questions I was asking. That was really helpful. I want to be able to talk about politics, so I'm looking at Japanese news websites. Obviously, I'll need Google Translate quite a lot with this, but I should be able to learn some relevant, good vocabulary. And I'll be realistic. I'll try to learn maybe 1 or 2 pieces of vocabulary from an article per day. Even when you're practicing grammar, it doesn't have to be dry and boring. Play games with it. One of my favorite games is Never Have I Ever. Just change the language and there, you're practicing grammar. So I need to learn to ask if someone's had the experience of something. Have you ever blah blah blah? One super common question I get is, which grammar book should I buy? Which dictionary should I buy? Which grammar books do you recommend? I don't recommend any of them. Just, you have the internet. A quick Google search will give you better resources. Usually it's more modern, more relevant, and most of the time it's free. How can I say, have you ever blah 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 in Japanese? Boom, I've got my answer. Okay, so I changed the verb to a past, add koto ga arimasu ka. That's it. That took 5 seconds and cost me nothing. Cookie o tabeta koto ga arimasu ka? Have you ever eaten a cookie? So this is something I'm going to practice in today's lesson. ゲームがしたいです。
はい。
英語で Never have I ever。
知らないです。何ですか？
例えば、ニュージーランドに行ったことがない。
ある？
ある？飲む。飲んで。ビールの方がいい。
ビールの方がいいです。日本に行ったことがない。
ダンカーク、見たことがない。
ないです。たこ焼きを食べたことがありますか？
あるよ。有名人に会ったことがない。
会ったことがあります。
なんでThat lesson was super fun. After that lesson, I feel great. I'm feeling pretty confident about how my language is progressing. My vocabulary is building slowly but surely. How do you say I wish?
会えたらいいな。
会えたらいいな。
行けたらいいな。
Oh,
ロンドンに行けたらいいな。
okay. So I just learned two really useful phrases for me. One is to say I'm really tired or I'm worn out, and that is 疲れた. And the other one is how to say I wish blah 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 blah. These are phrases I use quite often, so I want to make a funny example so I remember it more. Sure, that's wrong. It's probably still wrong. But what I'm going for is I'm trying to learn these two things. So if someone said, Kitai desu ka? Do you want to come? And I would say, Dekitara ii na. I wish I could. Tsukareta. I'm really worn out. I'm tired. So this is interesting. I found out italki has a feature that no one told me about. You can have like a language exchange thing going on, which seems really cool. The reason I found out about this is because someone has just sent me a message saying, "Hi Ali, I've been your subscriber on YouTube. Is it okay if I ask you to be my language partner?" Awesome. Hi. Oh, I should be writing in Japanese. Genki desu ka? Oh, so this is cool, so I can practice my reading and writing on this, and I don't even have to leave my house. Well, that's cool, I have one more friend. That means in total I have one friend. And that evening, while watching one of my favourite set in Japan films, one line resonated with me.
時間がないんだよ、おぶさん。
時間がない indeed.
上げて、カメラ見て、カメラ目線。
I need to get serious. I've got like 2 days, 2 or 3. You know, the best tip that I tell everyone, if you really want to learn a language, you have to fall in love in that language. Because if you fall in love with a person in that language, you also fall in love with the language. So I have just this minute asked my Japanese friend to set me up on a date with someone Japanese in the hopes that we fall madly in love on the first date. Kanako-san.
はい。
デートでなんて言うのがいいですか？
何を言いたいですか？
Romantic things.
ロマンチック。
I like your eyes.
なんだろう。目が可愛いね。
目が可愛い。
目が可愛い。
言わないか。彼氏いるの？
彼氏いるの？ Do you have a boyfriend? That's a good question.
どんな人が好き？
What type of person do you like? Okay.
そうそうそう。
どんな人が好きですか？ Good. I think I'm ready. I have a date tonight. You're coming with me. 彼氏がいるの？ Awesome. どんな人が好きですか？
かっこいいヘアスタイルの人。例えば、ジャスティン・ビーバーとか、ハリー・スタイルズとか。
People with cool hair. People with hair.
Yes.
Well, that didn't work. After the date, I treated myself to a nice Japanese horror movie in bed. A good way of learning vocabulary is forming an emotional bond to that vocabulary. And being scared is one of those emotions. And also no sleep and a lot of nightmares. So today is my final lesson. I need to know how much my Japanese has improved. Also, my lesson with Kaneko starts very shortly, so I need to make this quick. I can understand about half of golden eggs now. Still not everything. Okay, so what's the conclusion? Have I become fluent in Japanese? No. But did I reach my goals? Kind of. How do you say I will miss you?
寂しくなります。
寂しくなります。
寂しくなりますね。勉強毎日してください。
It's good advice.
毎日勉強するの難しいですね。
そうです。でも、やらないといけない。
やらないといけないですね。
やらないといけない。
Well,
that's my final lesson with Kaneko. I don't know if I'm allowed to make personal recommendations, but she's awesome. If you want to study Japanese, there's a link to her profile on italki in the description. And remember, you have money off of lessons with that italki code. As for italki, yes, in short, I definitely recommend it. You learn with native teachers on your schedule at the time you want to study. It seems like a very convenient way to learn a language. So yes, of course I recommend it. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'll be following up with my adventures learning Japanese on my Instagram and my Facebook and my Twitter. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. You'll never miss a class again. See you next time. Bye.